All right, we back at it again. But this is the next day after after getting the bumper, putting the old bumper on, the old new bumper on, putting on the splash guards. So this bumper was significantly better. Like these small things, like clear coat. Definitely better touch these up. Nothing else good spit shine won't do. So what we're doing today is the last project for the weekend is we're going to change out these side view mirrors because the carrot ones are just, they're beat up as well. This one's perfectly fine, but it has just a lot of chips, paint. And this one over here is this part's just damaged. Functional, but you know, small things that I noticed about my car that if you don't get up on it close enough, you definitely will pass by. So this is where we're at. So just like we did in the trim work removal, you're pulling this off, popping this out. Ultimately, we're taking the door panel off. You got these nuts. That's an 8, and a 10. Pull those off, which gives you access to that particular window. But I'm gonna store these in a safe spot. Well, no, we gotta take these off. So I'm gonna put these on the floor mat here. I'm gonna put this back up here in the event that I get access to it. Like it's clipped to the internal female part of the door for your functions, automatic functions, your adjustables, your blinkers, things of that nature. So I'm gonna keep it here in the event that I unclip it. It just loops out of that particular hole. But ultimately, what we're doing is, again, we're taking this panel off. So the very first tedious process that you're going to run into is getting this piece out. Behind here are two Phillips screws. It's a little, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. And this right here, this clip you have to press down this way and then pull this out. There aren't a lot of this thing is just too massive. So I got a little buck knife. You gotta be precise with this, all right? Or you can scratch all this up. I don't have a plastic tool that's thin enough to get back there and actually push down and pull out at the same time. So wish me luck. I wish you luck as well. I've kind of gotten good at the craft. Not to say I'm going to be flawless in this one, but I'm definitely come a long way. Again, I'm going to stick my little buck knife back here, flush on this side, and push down and far enough, and pull out. And I was successful. Generally speaking, I'll scratch it up all the way here. The main thing is being able to get behind this particular part good enough, deep enough to push it down. Once you're in there, and then you just poke it out this way. But that's it. Those are the screws, and we're gonna pull these screws out. So we got these screws off. What is the next one? I think, yeah. These are gone. This right here. You can do this with your fingernail. Boop. Get that bad boy out of there. And you know, I think that's it. Everything else has clips. Clip, 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 clip. It's not like the passenger side. The passenger side is a little doozy, but that should be all the reinforcement you have on the driver's side. So what I'm gonna do is just get your plastic tool here, and you can do it with your hand or gloves. Just like we did the bumper yesterday. Everything is clipped out. Ugh. Well, there's one. My fingers, man. I wear gloves. There's 2. Out. There's 3 and 4 down here. This whole piece is moving. And once you get this out, like if you wanted to go farther in, you would pick this up. This goes up like it's a hook. Like all this leather stuff is flushed down, so it's like that over top of the it's a metal, your door, and you just lift this up and bring it out. But once you lift it up, it's like a hook. You'll see it. It's something that's grabbing onto this metal rod. The metal rod is coming from your door handle. It's a long metal cable that's here, and it's another hook over top. This cable is going down into something as well. So you pull that up, and then it's a little clip over top of the metal rod. You pop that up. Let me just show it to you. So I just pulled this up. This is up, and don't when you're pulling the panel from the door, just be as gentle as you possibly can. Unless you got backup clips. I'll show you what the clips look like as well. But I'm juggling this with one hand, and there it is. So that's all your goo and stuff for that plastic. But there it is. So this thing right here is holding on to this cable. You just pop that off with your finger, and then you pull this up, and that's it. So where we're getting to right now is this clip. You can rest it. It is now being, all the trim work is being hung by the cable, and it's fine, unless you just rip it. And just like every other clip on this car, you press in, and you pull out. Whoop. And this right here, it's a, I don't know how to pull these things off good. Like I don't know how to do it from this side. Like it's a big old, I can't explain it, but it's there's no way to squeeze it without pliers from that side. So this, I'm gonna break that, and I'll just leave it dangling, and that's fine. Let me just do it here. That's what's keeping this on now. See, there's no way it's stuck in, and this is ready to come off. Come on now, good. Oh, that's right. We put the bolt on just in case it fell off. Good. To do it with one hand, I'm holding the side view mirror at the same time as I'm screwing this off while I'm doing this. And I'm putting the, it looks like it's stable by itself. That's pretty good. Putting this down here so I don't lose it. And this is coming off. See that? See that goo at the bottom? Stretchy stuff? That's to keep the moisture from coming in. All that spongy stuff around the side, that's to help keep seal. But there we go. I'm gonna pull that off like that. And you see where the clip is right here. I mean, you saw where the trim work was as well. If you got small enough hands to go up in here without flexing or breaking anything, you technically don't have to go through all that. And it literally was 1, 2, 3 screws. That was it. And putting the clips back on. Let me show you the clips there. See that clip right there? Whee! This clip slides out. See these things? You slide them. If you break them off, you just come back and slide them on the panel first, and then you shove them in the hole, which is right there. So there, if you break them, it's not the end of the world, but those are the type of clips that you're looking for. And then if you actually are taking the door panel off, don't forget to put all that stuff back in. And we're lifting up, make sure that everything is still attached. In addition to that cable here, your door light has a cable as well, so don't just yank it off. That's pretty straightforward. That's like putting in a side marker light up front. All right, it's like pulling in and pushing out. You just turn the whole housing unit, and it comes out. But what we're trying to do now is fish the door through the thing. Boom. And make sure everything's on track. And it's just, you see how it received it? Like, make sure it's down. And we're good. Before you move further, just make sure everything functions. So you heard that, that's cool. And that's strong. Sometimes if you got to get in the car to actually lock yourself in just to see everything's fine. I've done it a couple times as well. Do it. I don't know why. Well, put it back on. I should be able to do it without pulling it back off. I didn't put the clamps in, but I didn't put the new side view mirror on before I just started putting stuff back on. But I'm not too far in, but that's good. We're gonna get a bolt and put it right here. Make sure it's temporarily in place. But the adhesive on the window, or the side view mirror that we saw, should be sufficient enough. Of course, don't trust it. And we're putting it in. Boom. I'm gonna run this back to the clip, and we're gonna reverse the process. And granted, these are OEM parts. Make sure everything is working. So beans. Make sure I got my adjustments. Alrighty. And we're gonna completely wrap the driver's side up. So what we did is we flushed this back in. We got all these back on. Don't be stingy with these. Make sure they're nice and tight, because again, what's on the other side of this is water. You need to keep that sealed in. 1, 2, 3, and we pushed in. I just applied a little pressure on each clip, and it's ready to go. You put your covered pieces back in. And this right here is a clip and another clip. Ho. And it just lines up. Pressed in. Oh, whoop. Got to put this bad boy back here. So easy to go in. Can't be complicated to get out. And every time I go to the junkyard and I see something remotely close on the Honda Accords as well, I just pluck them and take them out, because man, I know I'm gonna scratch them. But it looks fine now, but it's inevitable for me. All right, now we're on the passenger side door. This one is a little different. You should have a screw in here, a screw in here, screws up here, screws up here. So just these additional ones right here. They're deep too. And it should be the same thing on the other side. I'll show you a little more action with the clips behind the door. Definitely don't be intimidated by those. I was initially, because they broke. But you can dislodge them with ease, and they come out without breaking anything. But if they're old and brittle, it probably would fare you well to just get a new set or batch anyway. But let's take this off. Hopefully I won't cut anything up first. So it's out halfway decent. I can't see if you can tell, but I gotta get something behind that. I don't want to put the knife in there because the knife is sharp, and I don't want to scratch anything up over here. So let's find a small screwdriver, flathead preferably, and your plastic tool. Dig in, pop it, run your hands up, comes out. Now everything's exposed that you need to pull out. So it's a screw here, screw up in there, one. So let's move them out. And we got all that out, so that's out. That's out. 1, 2, and it's cold again today. It was 60. It was 50. It's a very winterish 50 today. Deceptively warm. Hands are cold. The reason I bring it up because I just wanted some stuff, wanted some protection. My fingers and phalanges while I pulled that piece of plastic off. But we're getting exposed to this. Keep one on. In the event that it pops out, then we'll pull this up and pop that off. All right, we got all those off. So I'm gonna just dig up in here by my fingers. Ugh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all this stuff around here. But we don't even need to take that out. Well, maybe we do. Yeah, we do. So let me continue around the door. 6. Ow. 7. All right. Do the same thing here. Remember, you gotta be mindful of the cable. Don't yank anything out. You gotta be mindful of that courtesy light. Don't yank anything out. Just pick it up off of the metal piece or your actual door and just rest it. Let it hold itself by this cable. And just lift it right off the track. Fingers back here. And then we're getting it up off of that. Oh, maybe I need 2 fingers. Oh, just use one. And we're good. All right. There we go. All right. What is that? There we go. I'm the type of guy, I'll go to the junkyard, and because this is not on, I'll try to find another piece of plastic. But here we go. As you see, I've been in here often. We're pulling this out. I just don't have any grip with these gloves either. Pull it up. There. Probably you can get it. I'm sure you can get a new clip, but I don't have any workaround outside of breaking it all. I'll come back and cut that, but let me wipe my hands off. The reason I want to wipe my hands off because this stuff is gooey. All right, just You don't want to get that on your interior at all, let alone your clothes. Alright, then we're unloosening that bolt, taking this mirror out, putting this mirror in, reversing the process. But let me just get a close-up of the clips. These are your clips. And as I showed you on that side, they slide out. So you got 1, 2, 3. They slide out. Let me just take one out. So that's it. There's a female part on the other side of the door that accepts it. See? And I just put it. Like that. And it goes all the way around the door. And you put it in a hole. But we put these back on. Clip that into place. And then we're just reversing the process. So we're hanging this on. This is what I'm talking about. So into the lip, metal, and that's the gap between your door. We'll do a window regulator one day in the event that I need to, but they're functioning. On this particular model of TSX, these window regulators are just there. They get the job done for a good 8-9 years, but then you're done. You probably go through 2 of them, 3 of them if it's defective. But this is the hole. I mean, this is the lip. You're putting your. I cannot do this with one hand. And why am I expecting myself to do it? I don't know. So let me do 2 hands. But you're putting that back on the metal guard right here. So this is going over top of that. So it's back in there. Make sure it's flush. You don't need any additional aligning for the clips on the back of the door. Once you put that in, everything should line up. Let's make sure. Yep, there's one. There's 2. So all of them, just press it firmly. And it should be fine. And you just do that all the way around the door. And I almost forgot to check the work. Oh. Yeah, it looks fine. And let me make sure I got my power activity. Yep, we're good. And that's basically it. We don't have to go any further. I'm just screw. Put your plastic piece back on and call it a day. You can like it, you can subscribe. Questions or concerns, put them in the comment section. Until next time. Word.